He's in your house, it's neither he nor she. It can't be found, but it's all around, quite close to you and me. Magic mouse, magic mouse. It's the one thing that I think of every day. Oh, magic mouse, magic, magic mouse. Won't you please come to my home with me and stay? When you see a twinkle in an eye or a smile upon a face, you'll know that the magic mouse has come and left some happiness in its place. And when you find a penny on the street, you'll know that it's been there. For the magic mouse leaves signs about as it travels through the air. Magic mouse, magic mouse. It's the one thing that I think of every day. Oh, magic mouse, magic, magic mouse. Won't you please come to my home with me and stay? It's a thread so fine it can't be seen, yet so strong it can't break. It makes all as one just for the fun, like ingredients of cake. And on Earth or Mars or Jupiter, its magic still remains. For the magic mouse is everywhere, so don't forget.
Hi, kids. Welcome to Angelville and Magic Mouse Time. Elwood, you brought your cousin with you today?
Yeah, I brought Jerry, my cousin. He's my favorite cousin.
Your cousin Jerry? Hi, Jerry.
Hi there, Cocky Boo.
Jerry, you come to visit with us on this special day?
Yes, I have.
Do you know what this special day is?
Arbor
Elwood,
Day?
tell him who's coming.
The Dalai Lama is coming.
The Dalai Lama?
Yeah.
Who's the Dalai Lama?
He doesn't know who the Dalai Lama is.
Who's the Dalai Lama?
Well, the Dalai Lama is the leader of a country called Tibet. It's the highest country in the whole world.
Wow.
And way back in 1959, a country called China said, we want to take over Tibet, and they moved their armies into this country where people didn't believe in war. And since 1959, they've taken over Tibet, and they create a lot of pain for the Tibetan people. So the Dalai Lama had to go and live somewhere else, and he lives in India. But he's coming today to visit us in Angelville.
Oh, that's great. I'm looking forward to that.
Me too, me too.
And maybe we can learn something about his country.
Yeah.
And maybe we can find a way where the children of America can help Tibetan children be free.
I'm for that.
Oh, that would be great.
Should we talk about that later?
Yes.
In the meantime, Sharon and Kim have found a song from Tibet, which they're going to start singing, And when they do, we're going to run some pictures of Tibet along with them singing the song.
Oh,
Are we
great.
ready?
Yeah.
I'm ready.
Hey, can I sing along with them?
You sure can.
Oh, great.
Sharon and Kim, take it away.
Take it away.
Tibet lies at the strategic heart of Asia and comprises more than 1/4 of modern China. It is an area equal in size to all of Western Europe. Tibetans call their nation the land of snows. Literally the roof of the world, it has been home for over 2,000 years to a unique civilization. Led by the Dalai Lama and dedicated to the pursuit of the Buddhist religion, Tibetan society forsook war as an instrument of national policy, carefully protected the beautiful environment, and provided for the basic welfare of all. The people of Tibet sought to create a land in which human life could fulfill its spiritual potential.
As you recall, Magic Mouse moved into the treehouse in Mother Amal's garden, where the children had invited it to live. Mouse was so small, so as never to be seen, and no one could tell if Mouse were a boy or girl. And Mouse said it made no difference. On this day, Mouse told the story of the first ever human being to sit on the back of an elephant. Not a man or a woman, not a boy or a girl had ever sat on the back of an elephant. And it was in a very violent and mean and vicious kingdom where people shouted at one another and screamed at one another and hit one another. All but one man. He never screamed, he never shouted, he never hit anyone. He had no name. No one thought him worthy to have a name.
Once upon a time in over there lived the angry folks and never would share. We kicked and spanked and poked and shouted, never mind faith, we always doubted. And in the village over there where we walked around like little Miss Bears, a quiet little man who seldom spoke. We called him Kevin, little joke. We called
called him because he has no name. When we're upset, he always gets the blame. When we're uptight, love him, squeeze and kick him, grab him, drag him, spank him, bend him.
No one cares.
No one cares for him.
No one shares.
No one shares anything with him. They just take from him.
Will you be
Will
my
you be his friend?
Will you fight
He'll never.
in? Maybe we can start again.
Yeah, let's get him.
We call him because he has no name. When we're upset, he always gets the blame. When we're uptight, love him, tease and kick him, grab him, drag him, spank him, bend him. No one cares for.
We could change, you know.
No one
We can learn to love him.
shares with me.
Uh-huh.
Will you be
Let's be his
my
friend.
friend?
Come on.
Will
Come
you
on.
fight
Yeah. Let's be his friend.
Maybe we can start again. Maybe we can start again.
And for many years, people screaming at him and shouting at him and hitting him. One day, him closed his eyes and said, "Dear Lord, can the shouting and the screaming ever stop?" And the Lord came to him and said, "If you will go into the jungle and find a stick, and with your stick crawl up behind an elephant and strike the elephant, your problem will be solved." But must I be violent to have the violence end? Must I strike an elephant so that peace comes? "Do as I say," said the Lord, and him obeyed. He found a stick, got behind an elephant, was about to strike it, when the elephant turned its giant head and said, "Excuse me, sir, but if you strike me with a stick, I'll step on you, and you will be no more." But I didn't want that to happen. I wanted the shouting and screaming to stop. "If I stepped on you and you were no more, it would stop, would it not?" But I don't mean that way. I mean for all of the people. "I cannot help you," said the elephant, "but I too have had a dream that one day a girl or a boy, a man or a woman would come to me and say, 'Elephant, may we be friends?' 'Is that all you require?' said him. 'I will happily and gladly be your friend.' And him and the elephant became friends. And the elephant picked him up and put him on his back, and they paraded into the village in the kingdom of over there, where the people were screaming and shouting. And when they saw him on the elephant's back, they said, how did you conquer that elephant? Did you hit it with your stick?" "No," said him, "I loved the elephant and became its friend. And if you could learn to love instead of hate, and learn to have compassion and caring thoughts, you too could have an elephant for a friend." And one by one, the violent people of over there learned compassion and love. And when they did, an elephant came from the jungle and said, "I will be your friend." And soon, everyone in over there had an elephant for a friend. And that's our story. And now our song. Please.
To open the doors of heaven, I pray. Please to open the doors of heaven, by an ocean of light.
No, no, we
just goes by, you'll let the children, okay? Unless you're going to come this way, if you get into the line, you'll let the children on his way out.
Your mom will be back in just a minute, okay? Right back.
Listen to your dreams at night. They're giving you the insight to your soul, showing you the peace you've been looking for, showing you the path through that open door. Listen to your dreams at night. Listen to your dreams at night. I had a quiet day today, stopped along the way and looked at these simple share. Wish I were there. Listen to your dreams at night. They're giving you the insight to your soul, showing you the peace you've been looking for, showing you the path through that open door. Listen to your dreams at night. Listen at night. So take my hand and help me across this bridge to destiny. We'll share the light along the way. Teach me your secret, to be still and to play. I can be anything I want to be. It's all about simplicity. Listen to your dreams at night.
Well, Elwood and Jerry and Ben, what do you think of Tibet and the Dalai Lama?
Oh, well, I think Tibet is a really great place, you know. I think though that I'm sorry that they were in so much pain for such a long time.
Yeah, they need to be free, just like we are here.
Well, do you know there's a way where the children can help Tibet become free? You want to know about it?
The children can help Tibet to be free?
Really?
Yeah, Elwood and Jerry, Ben, the children can help Tibet to be free.
Wow.
Well, we've got something this year, and we're calling it a toy cart.
Toy cart.
Now, we don't want to be mean to people, even the people in China, even though they're mean to the people in Tibet. But we felt if all the children were to look at the toys that they were going to get, especially for Christmas, and if they saw that the sign on it said, Made in China, they would say, even though I love that toy, I don't want to get it until Tibet is free. And if all the children didn't buy the toys from China, maybe China would say, oh, wow, maybe we better listen to the children and make Tibet a free place. What do you think, Elwood?
I think it's a good idea, but lots of toys are made in China, aren't they?
Are they, Jerry?
Well, yeah, I mean, just like a whole bunch of them. Do you really think kids could do that and help?
Well, it would be real hard to give up your favorite toy because it was made in China.
Yeah.
But maybe it would help.
It would help some Tibetan children.
Well, then we ought to do it.
I
Let's
think
give
we
them up,
should.
even if we like the toys, because I
Yeah.
want to help the children.
So do I. I think all of us really want to help in some way.
Yeah.
And remember, we got to do it with love,
Right.
Love.
and we're not supposed to hate the Chinese.
Don't hate anybody.
Don't
no.
hate anybody. We got to love them too.
Yeah.
And with our love, we'll get them to understand that they can love Tibet and not have to make it a place of a prison, right?
Right.
Right.
I just wish that everyone could be as free as we are.
Me too. Me too.
Gotta say that, kids, check your toys and make sure that they weren't made in China. If they were, don't buy them.
How about you, Elwood?
Let's help the Tibetan children to be free. Let's not buy Chinese toys this year.
Well, Cocky Boo can only say, I agree with you, and see you later, and we're going to come back soon. God bless you.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Hooray for the world, I'm glad to be on it. Hooray for the world, I'm glad to be on it. Hooray for the world, it's a special place. We got Mother Nature and the human race. The world's got buffalo, the world's got bees, the world's got jellyfish swimming in the seas. We got beavers and bears, bats and bugs, miniature poodles and slimy old slugs. Oh, hooray for the world, I'm glad to be on it. Hooray for the world, I'm glad to be on it. Hooray for the world, it's a special place. We got Mother Nature and the human race. The world's got salami, the world's got cheese, we got maple syrup and mulberries. We got egg bouillon, bagels and lox, corn on the cob and raisins in a box. So hooray for the world, I'm glad to be on it. Hooray for the world, I'm glad to be on it. Hooray for the world, it's a special place. We got Mother Nature and the human race. We got moms and dads, uncles and aunts, brothers, sisters, grandmas and gramps. We got neighbors next door, kids down the street. Everywhere we go, we got new friends to meet. Oh, hooray for the world, I'm glad to be on it. Hooray for the world, I'm glad to be on it. Hooray for the world, it's a special place. We got Mother Nature and the human race. So hooray for the world, I'm glad to be on it. Hooray for the world, I'm glad to be on it. Hooray for the world, it's a special place. We got Mother Nature and the human race. So hooray for the world, I'm glad to be on it.
Quibbles, we're here in Angelville. We got here finally after a long walk. What do you think about this place? You think they're going to let you talk?
Oh, I don't want to talk. I told you I don't want to talk. I never want to talk about talking because when I talk, people talk about the way I talk, and I don't want to talk about it.
Well, what if you talked about something else?
I don't want to talk. What? It's something else is the same as something else is the same as something else. It's all the same. It's all talking, and I don't want to talk. So I won't talk about the way I talk or the way I'm not talking about how I talk.
What do you think about recycling and about the world and the planet going with everything being polluted?
I don't want to talk about it.
What do you mean you don't want to talk about pollution?
It's a nasty subject. It smells, it's dirty, we should get rid of it, and I don't want to talk about it.
How are we going to get rid of it, Lester?
Who knows? Bury it under a pile of talk for all I care.
I think you got the point. So Lester, tell me something. Did you ever go swimming?
Have I ever been swimming?
Did you ever go swimming?
Well, it depends on what you mean by swimming. I mean, if you mean that I'm in the water, if you mean that I'm not drowning, then yes, I've been swimming.
Have you ever been in the ocean?
Have I ever been in the ocean? Yes, I have been in the ocean.
Did you swim?
Not exactly.
What did you do?
I sank.
You sank in the ocean?
I sank in the ocean. I sank down. I sank so low I couldn't talk anymore, and I don't want to talk about it.
All right. Tell us about how well you sleep at night.
How do I sleep at night? Well, I sleep at night with my eyes closed. I think it's the best way to sleep, with your eyes closed. If you're going to sleep, it's not a good idea to leave your eyes open, because if you leave your eyes open, it's very hard to sleep. And if you should sleep, then you feel very foolish. So I don't think that people should sleep with their eyes open, and you remember that.
All right. Now, how about, well, if your eyes are closed and you can't see what's not happening, what's happening?
Well, what do you mean exactly by happening? Do you mean that things progress in their normal way? Do you mean that things progress in an abnormal way? Do you mean that things go in reverse? What do you mean exactly by happening?
I don't know. You're the expert.
Well, what do you mean by expert? Now, if it means that I know everything there is to know about something, that could mean one thing. But if it means that I don't know things about a lot of other things, that could mean another thing. If it means that I know a whole lot about nothing, yes, I'm an expert.
You're an expert who knows a whole lot about nothing?
I know a whole lot about nothing. I know enough about nothing that I know that it's a whole.
So tell us more about nothing. I mean, the children would like to learn today. If you have nothing and you put nothing in nothing, what do you got?
Well, you've got nothing. Of course, you've got nothing. But
can you accumulate it?
Of course.
That means, can you gather it up like pebbles on the sand?
Yes, you can. Yes, you can. You can get a lot of nothing.
You can get a whole pile of nothings?
Yes. Yes, you can. And I've got plenty of nothing. And nothing's plenty for me. Yes.
Breaker 19. How about a southbound 18-wheeler? Get back.
Man, my body, but you can't bury my soul.
Come back with that handle.
3 days ago, I breathed my last. Now I know my life here has passed. Me, I'm still the same. All I've lost is a body and a name.
Yeah, swing 'em, boys. Yeah, I was riding down the road in that 18-wheeler in Kapow.
All those people are standing round. Selfish tears, they just bring me down. 'Cause B, I'm riding high. Riding high as the sky. Swing, swing, swing them shovels, boy. You can bury my body, but you can't bury my soul. Swing them shovels, boy. You can bury my body, but you can't bury my soul. Swing them shovels, boy. You can bury my body, but you can't bury my soul.
Hey, Elwood, the whole loving gang got together.
Wow, I see a lot of people here, lots of children.
Yeah, there's everybody. There's Anna and Aaron and Sequoia and Winnie and Teddy and I don't know all the names here. There's one Stephanie I know and I forgot their other names, but there's Jeremy and he's gonna read a story.
That sounds great. I like it when all the people are here.
Well, why don't we let Jeremy read that story?
Sounds good. Take it away, Jeremy.
Wow, I just finished this great book, Goose and the Haunted Mask by R.L. Stein. It's a book about a girl named Carly Beth who's always being scared at Halloween by her friends.
Scared at Halloween?
Mm-hmm. And this year, she buys a really scary mask that almost scares her little brother to death. And then something goes wrong. Halloween's over and Carly Beth is still wearing the special mask.
You know, Cocky Boo, my mom said to me, if you make funny faces, your face might stick like that. You think that's what this story's about?
She made a funny face and it stuck right to it. What do you think, Teddy?
Spooky, spooky.
Yeah, this
Spooky.
sounds like
What do you guys
great...
think? Spooky?
Yeah, spooky.
Wow.
So what happened next, Jeremy?
Well, she goes to a store owner, and he said that it can only be removed once by a symbol of love.
A symbol of love.
Wow, I like love.
Ooh, that's good. What do you think, guys?
You like love, Winnie?
Yes.
How about you, Sequoia? Anna? Aaron, you want love? You guys want love down there?
Yeah.
Okay, everybody raise your hand if you want love.
You do.
The loving gang wants love. Okay.
We all want love.
So, Jeremy,
Yes.
will you recommend everybody buy that book? Is that your book review for today?
Yes.
All right, hold the book up again so we can see it.
There it is. It's a good book.
And then, when we're done, we'll get ready to listen to Teddy play some music.
Want to dance?
Oh,
Well, we got a treat. Some of the Magic Mouse loving gang have formed a hand-clapping chorus. A hand-clapping chorus indeed. Let's see what you do. You don't want to hear Cocky-Boo rap about it. Let's do it. Come on. Teddy gonna play the music. Ooh, wow.
I can't hear you. Oh.
Hey, what a great group of clappers you are. Hey, everybody give me a hand. Give yourselves a hand. Hey. Yay.
Hooray for the world, I'm glad to be on it. Hooray for the world, I'm glad to be on it. Hooray for the world, it's a special place. We got Mother Nature and the human race. The world's got buffalo, the world's got bees, the world's got jellyfish swimming in the seas. We got beavers and bears, bats and bugs, miniature poodles and slimy old slugs. Oh, hooray for the world, I'm glad to be on it. Hooray for the world, I'm glad to be on it. Hooray for the world, it's a special place. We got Mother Nature and the human race. The world's got salami, the world's got cheese. We got maple syrup and mulberries. We got egg bouillon, bagels and lox, corn on the cob and raisins in a box. Oh, hooray for the world, I'm glad to be on it. Hooray for the world, I'm glad to place. We got Mother Nature and the human race. We got moms and dads, uncles and aunts, brothers, sisters, grandmas and gramps. We got neighbors next door, kids down the street. Everywhere we go, we got new friends to meet. Oh, hooray for the world, I'm glad to be on it. Hooray for the world, I'm glad to be on it. Hooray for the world, it's a special place. We got Mother Nature and the human race. Oh, hooray for the world, I'm glad to be on it. Hooray for the world, I'm glad to be on it. Hooray for the world, it's a special place. We got Mother Nature and the human race. Oh.
Come on, let's hit the slopes in Colorado. Snow is always great in Colorado. When you want to enjoy skiing at its best, it's good to know the ropes in Colorado.
I wish we'd rented our skis in Denver, then we'd already be on the slopes.
I can hardly wait. It's going to be such fun.
Skiing must not have been always for fun. Look at those pictures. The first skis were used about 4,500 years ago, when the early hunters strapped bones to their feet. It seems like we'll spend all day filling out forms.
Listen to this. During World War II, skiers who trained in the Colorado mountains helped drive the Nazi troops out of Italy.
Let me see your forms so I can fit you guys with boots. These should work. Have you fellows seen this photo?
I'm glad he didn't give us boots like those. This line's moving pretty fast. I'll bet we'll get 4 or 5 runs in before lunch.
Take a look at this picture. I'm glad that they have chairlifts now. Otherwise, we'd probably only make 1 run a day.
I'm not sure if I'd want to make any runs at all if I had to wear clothes like those.
Look at the girls.
At least there's lots of interesting photographs while we wait.
How do you suppose skiers even move with those long skis?
Don't worry. I won't fit you with such long ones. Let's see. Your card says you haven't skied much before. Well, these should do you. And 140 should be about right for you. Give me one of your boots so I can fit them to the skis. There you go. Now I'll get your poles. Slip your hand in here.
These are sure different from the pole in this photograph. These are even different from my dad's poles. His have a strap.
This is the new style. Skiing is constantly changing. You're all set. You can hit the slopes. Have a great day.
You bet we will.
Come on, let's hit the slopes in Colorado. Snow is always great in Colorado. When you want to enjoy skiing at its best, it's good to know the ropes in Colorado. Let's go hit the slopes in Colorado. Snow is always great in Colorado.
Hi, welcome again to the history lesson in Angelville. You never thought you'd get a history lesson in Angelville, but you know what's coming up soon? George Washington's birthday. And every year on George Washington's birthday, we celebrate the father of our country. But what do we know about George Washington? We know about a cherry tree, which probably never happened, and somebody said he threw a silver dollar across the river, which was immaterial. You know about George Washington? What did the British call him? Did you know? They called him the Fox. He was a fox, like he was a military leader like they never knew before. They thought they'd have him trapped, and whenever they thought they'd have him trapped, he'd sneak out of it. In Long Island, that's the way they say it when you come from Long Island, it's Long Island. You had Washington there, and the British had him trapped, and before you know what happened, you know where he ended up? You'll never guess, in the Bronx. Washington went to the Bronx, and that saved the American Revolution. If he had never set foot in the Bronx, and when he crossed the Bronx, there's a street called Featherbed Lane. You know where it got its name? Because all the farmers took out their featherbeds, and the soldiers who were wounded in the battle were put to rest and laid down and made comfortable on the featherbeds on this little mountain trail. It was like a hill trail in the Bronx, going up to what's now called Washington Heights. And there he crossed the Hudson River into New Jersey, and the British still thought he was in Long Island, in Brooklyn of all places. What a place to get caught in Brooklyn. But they called him the Fox because he always weaseled out of their traps and they couldn't catch him. But this is about Washington, you should know. He was the first president, but he was a lonely man. But yet think about it, our first president was lonely. Do you know he never had any children? George and Martha Washington never had a baby. And he missed that. Imagine, he was the father of the country, but he wasn't a father. I mean, think about that for a minute. But he had a nephew, and his nephew was called Bushrod Washington. A funny name? No, it's not. His name was Bushrod Washington. And Bushrod became a lawyer, and his uncle, George Washington, loved him very much. And do you know what he did for him? You'll never guess. He made him a judge on the Supreme Court of the United States. And for 17 years, Bushrod Washington was a justice of the United States Supreme Court. Wow. And he took care of all of Washington's legal affairs and took care of his uncle like he was his son. So that's a little known fact about George Washington. Remember, he was the father of his country, but he never had any kids. Okay, that's our history lesson for today. Cocky Bull, see you tomorrow. God bless you. Have fun.
And there must be something else inside that makes it work so well, because the body is blind and so is the mind. The brain is not the thinker of the thoughts. The organs of sense, they are just as dense, but put a soul inside, it all comes alive. The brain is not the thinker of the thoughts. The organs of sense, they are just as dense, but put a soul inside, it all comes alive. So if I tell you that your body is dead, please do not cry. I'm telling you, don't cry. Just depends on which part of yourself with which you identify. And if you treat all your bodies with love, then they will be in harmony like a hand fits in a glove. For the body is blind and so is the mind. The brain is not the thinker of the thoughts. The organs of sense, they are just as dense, but put a soul inside, it all comes alive. For the soul is the longer of the light, the seer of the sight, the tire of the knot, the thinker of the thought, the weigher of the pound, the hearer of the sound, the planter of the seeds, the puller of the weed, the lover of the life, the kisser of the wife, the drinker of the juice, the singer of the blues. Oh, the body is blind and so is the mind. The brain is not the thinker of the thoughts. The organs of sense, they are just as dense, but put a soul inside, it all comes alive. The body is blind and so is the mind. The brain is not the thinker of the thoughts. The organs of sense, they are just as dense, but put a soul inside, it all comes alive. Put a soul inside, it all comes alive. Put a soul inside, it all comes alive.
You know anyone who is hit by a car? Many children are hurt and killed each year while walking, running, or playing near the street. Learn and understand street safety rules. Use sidewalks, cross only at the crosswalks. Always look both ways and make sure traffic is clear. Use your street smarts.
Did you know the law says bikes are not toys?
Bikes are vehicles like cars and trucks. When bicycling, obey all signs, obey all traffic lights, use hand signals, ride one person to a bike, do not ride after dark, keep your bike in good shape, walk your bike across busy intersections, wear a bike helmet.
Tree. I'd rather be me than watch TV. I think I'll go and hug a tree.
I'd rather be me than watch TV. I think I'll go and hug a tree. I'd rather be me, I'd rather be free and live life in simplicity. I'll go out and find some wood and carve it into something good. I'll find a rock and beat the ground and listen to its beautiful sound. 'Cause I'd rather be me than watch TV. I think I'll go and hug a tree. I'd rather be me, I'd rather be free and live life in simplicity.
I'll find some water and some dirt and draw some pictures on my shirt. When my mama catches me, I'll run right out and hug a tree.
'Cause I'd rather be me than watch TV. I think I'll go and hug a tree. I'd rather be me, I'd rather be free and live life in simplicity.
I'll find a bug and watch it crawl, climbing slowly up the wall. I'll find some things and I'll make a house and have some tea with Magic Mouse. 'Cause I'd rather be free than watch TV. I think I'll go and hug a tree. I'd rather be me, I'd rather be free and live life in simplicity. I'd rather be me than watch TV. I think I'll go and hug a tree. I'd rather be me, I'd rather be free and live life in simplicity.